Good morning everyone. It is Saturday and I am getting myself ready to go to Truro and Falmouth. We are seeing some friends later this evening for a meal, but before that we're going to go look at the Christmas markets because I think they open today in Truro. And also, I've got to do a bit of fabric shopping for our curtains in our living room. Happy Vlogmas, I hope you're enjoying Vlogmas so far. This is actually the first vlog that I'm filming for Vlogmas. And, hello Frankie. What do you want? Frankie is the sort of cat who just meows at me all day long and is like, I don't know what you want from me. What do you want from me? He hates being picked up. He's like Zeus, he loves being stroked and cuddled. He will be on your lap all day long, but he will not be picked up. It's so funny. Yeah, it's Vlogmas this year. I've been trying to get ahead by filming as much as possible. And hopefully you've seen the kitchen makeover video and maybe the gift guide, maybe a food video. But I'm trying to film ahead so that I have enough content for you. So it's going to be a mixture of vlogs, a mixture of some food videos, a mixture of some sit down stuff. But yeah, it's Saturday today. Vlogmas starts on Monday, so trying to get ahead and film today and tomorrow. Yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a shopping day to go get some fabric from, hopefully Truro Fabric have some fabric that I like, because we really want some curtains in our living room before Christmas because we are hosting Christmas. And I'm trying to sort of piece everything together so that we can do a sort of mini makeover of our living room before the actual proper makeover. I don't know, let me show you what we've been doing in our living room so far, because it's actually been a really long time since I have vlogged because the last month in November was just super busy. I will show you a picture just here of what our fireplace looked like before. It was just a small hole in the wall and we wanted to have an inspection and see what was beneath the fireplace, hoping something would happen similar to our old house. We weren't so lucky. When we dug open the fireplace, it ended up looking like this. Lots of crumbling stones, and it wasn't possible to expose them because someone at some point had replaced the stones with some bricks and it was all crumbling, as you can see, and caving in on itself, and there was no lintel. So they tried to do a sort of solution, a fix-up, because there was no lintel. The lintel must at some point have cracked or broken. That's what the fireplace guys said anyway, Cornwall wood burners. They said probably at some point it broke or snapped and then they tried to fix it. They didn't do a very good job though. So they ripped it all out and they rebuilt it with some bricks or some bricks. And then we had the genius idea of getting some granite from our garden because James from Cornwall Stones, he was like, oh, I can go have a look at some farmhouses and some places to find a reclaimed bit of granite. And I was like, well, we've got granite in our garden. So we went and had a look around and they managed to chop one of the pieces of granite from the floor in half and bring it inside, which was so cool. I just absolutely love that the history of this home is retained in this fireplace and it looks like this is how it's always been. It looks like it's always been there, and that's kind of magical to me, rather than getting a cut piece of granite from a quarry or a reclaimed piece of granite from somewhere else. It's kind of lovely that this has been here the whole time the house has been here. So they put that back in and then we're just waiting on the wood burner being put in. So we've painted the back so that when the wood burner goes in, we won't have to sort of sneak around the back like I did in my old house with it. They put the wood burner in first and then I had to paint around it and it was kind of a nightmare. We're just waiting for the plaster to dry because he's plastered the wall now. But let me show you what it looks like. So this is our beautiful piece of granite from the outside of the house. Let me show you exactly what piece it is. You can see from our window, it is that piece of granite there that they have chopped in half and put back in the ground. And it's kind of made our lives a little bit easier because it's less of a trip hazard. Before it was a bit higher, so when you'd walk to the office, you'd kind of have to go over it. And I just think that's awesome. So yeah, that's gone in. They have plastered around. They've left this piece of granite exposed. There was really not very much to leave exposed. We obviously talked to them about it and everything else was, so there'd be like a piece of granite here and then there'd be like a really massive gap with just mortar. If you were following along on Instagram, a few of you were like, no, it looked so good with just the bricks. But it's not just always about what it looks like, it's also about the safety and whether it's practical. All the bricks were crumbling, lots of the granite was crumbling. You know me by now that I would have exposed anything that would have been possible to be exposed, but this was the best solution. We've got the exact same wood burner as the kitchen, except in black, so that will fit beautifully. So we've just got the fan on, helping the plaster to dry out, and the next job in here is to paint the room ready for Christmas, and we're getting some curtains made. So that is the job today, to go and see if we can find some fabric for some curtains. I really hope that I end up liking some fabric. I'm quite fussy, so I'm worried that we're gonna go and then I'm gonna be like, I don't like any of it. But I really want to get some fabric ASAP so that we can get our local seamstress to make the curtains for us before Christmas. She's also working on our window seat, and it means that if we paint this room and we get some curtains, then we can move back into the living room and obviously have this for Christmas. And then in the new year, we will do some bigger things like get the cupboards rebuilt, and hopefully sand the floors, that kind of stuff. We want to do like half of it before Christmas so that it feels partially done. We're also like painstakingly trying to decide about our sofa, because the sofas in here are too big, and we've been hunting for Black Friday to try and find a sofa that is comfy but not too big, because this room is super narrow and where the door is positioned is quite difficult. This is our sofa currently. It just, you can see immediately how unbelievably deep this sofa is, which was the intention originally when we bought it, but it doesn't work in this room. It's just so wide, and you can see this love seat. This is how the door opens. You can't even open the door because of our armchair. And you can see how much deeper the chairs are. So I think these are like 90 centimeters deep, and the door is like 75. It's just very narrow, especially because the door is not in the middle. The door is slightly to the side. So we've bought 2 armchairs for in here. They're very small armchairs. So we have 2 armchairs here, and then we're going to get a sofa that's about 10 centimeters less deep than this. And also look how flat these cushions are, I think, from having pets. My sister's gonna have this sofa, so not gonna go to waste. It'll be fine for Christmas, but that little extra 10 centimeters will make a difference in here. And then having 2 little armchairs, because we're having our garage done at the minute, that will become another living room, and that probably will become like the main living room that we will go to when we want to watch a movie or have friends round. And this will be more of a kind of, I don't know, I sit in here at lunchtime, or if I want to watch reality TV and Alex wants to watch a gross sci-fi movie, I'll come in here and he can go next door. So yeah, those are some updates on the house stuff. I'm kind of excited for our little mini makeover in here, and I'll like do a whole video. We're going to paint tomorrow, so I'll do a whole video in Vlogmas where we do a little makeover in there and we move back in, and it'll be really lovely. But yeah, it's really nice to have that nearly ready and nearly finished, and to have a wood burner in place for Christmas. And today we're also going to look for some paint. I think I'm going to go for an off-white. We're going to head out soon once Alex has finished walking Roxy. Little Frankie is enjoying that tiny little patch of sun. Cats always find the sun, don't they? Look at my beautiful bouquet of Freddie's flowers. I absolutely adore getting my Freddie's flowers every month. It makes me very happy. And look, we've got some twinkly lights up. Little Bobby's just come in from her walk. Is it cold outside?
Yeah, my ears are cold.
Oh look, I want to show you my wreath. Move your booty. Stay. Uh-oh, the storm has made this bit fall apart a bit. But this is the wreath that I made the other day. Not quite as pretty as the wreath on the back door. Actually, I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, we did a little wreath making session at my house, and I vlogged it, so stay tuned for that if it hasn't gone up already. It looked so much better before. This is Alex the other day, I think he saw it fall off the hook that I had it on in the kitchen, and then this piece kind of fell off. Oh, that's a bit better. And there has been a storm, so yeah. And we do have a Christmas tree that has just fallen down, which makes me extremely sad. We have this incredible wreath on the back door, which you saw at the start. Ignore our Ethernet cable that goes to our office. We're trying to figure out a solution for that. I got this from a company called Hello Petal, and it is unbelievably gorgeous. Just look at it. It really puts my wreath to shame. I'm gonna get one of these every year. It's just so stunning. Bobby, that's a cat flap. She makes it, would you believe this dog can escape through this cat flap. Every day she tries to get out this cat flap and she manages. I don't quite know how, but she does. Put your nose back in, little one. You're naughty little doggy. You're naughty little doggy. This is the reality of living with pets. Look at this floor. Oh. We've just made it to Truro. I've got all wrapped up. It's absolutely freezing, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not used to vlogging in public, so please excuse me if I'm embarrassed because it's really busy. But I'm just going to do the thing where I just embrace it and go, who the hell cares? Like, genuinely, who cares? I've got my lovely Organic Basics woolly recycled wool gloves, scarf, jumper and my second-hand coat, and we're gonna nip into Truro Fabrics and go see what they have. That's what we want, nice little pleat. This is just like our curtain rail. So it's got all the different styles, look.
It's got the hooks on it.
Look, so you can choose the length, the long one, which I probably like better, shorter. That's very pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that one's the nicest though.
That's the only one I don't like.
Well, that won't work because we've got rings. I think this one.
Yeah.
We just came out of the fabric shop. We found two fabrics we like. I'll show you them in a second. And we're just gonna go grab some lunch while we think about it. She gave us some swatches, both really beautiful. And if we don't end up using one of them in the living room, I think we'll probably end up using the other one in like a bedroom. But it is so cold and so windy. Look at my nose, it's going red. So I'll show you the fabrics when I have them.
Yeah.
Do they always have this? I don't think they do.
It's here very often. Always.
Oh. So there's no Christmas market. I swear it said there was. I swear it said there was. Well, we can go back and go find food from somewhere else.
Well, there's Wetherspoons.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just need to sit down and eat something, I think.
Yeah. I did expect there to be something at the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But it's still November.
I know, but they've got the lights up and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Let's go look. We just made it to the Cornish Vegan out from the cold. We haven't been here since before the pandemic. It used to be our favourite place. We used to live a lot closer to Truro, so it's really nice to be back. I think actually new people own it now.
Menus.
The menu has changed. So it looks like there's a whole load of new stuff, which makes me very excited. Wow.
We've got curry as well.
These are the two fabrics which now I'm looking at. So interesting, we went for this very similar leaf pattern. This is just a smaller version, this is just a bigger version. And also we were even looking at one, I'll put it on screen here, that was the even smaller version. But that one wouldn't be available before Christmas.
I think this one.
This one has a duck egg blue, it's woven, so it's got that kind of, in the light, it's got that shine almost, so it feels a bit luxurious and it kind of crumples more, if that makes any sense. It's the sort of thing you can't really convey on camera, but it has a different texture. This one is linen, so it's a bit more flat, so it doesn't have that sheen or anything, but there's more pattern. So it's whether you go for the sort of the pattern or the texture. Either one we don't go for, I think we'll probably put in a bedroom, because I'm actually now thinking, would this look really lovely in our main bedroom, and go for really like duck egg blue colours, so it's really soft and calming, and then
maybe that's more bedroomy,
and that's
a nice thing for a lounge.
I feel like I'm leaning towards this because this was our original choice, and it frames the garden, the window to the garden, and I feel like that would look really lovely, and it adds some colour into the room, because my worry is that I am the sort of person who tends to lean towards neutrals, and that ends up with a room that looks quite plain, which I don't always love.
Because it is a plain room.
Yes, and we're going for plain colour on the walls.
Yeah.
And sometimes I choose all the neutral things because that's naturally what I like, and then the room's done, like with our old room, and then I'm like, wow, that's a lot of neutrals. So I think this one. Do you think?
Yeah.
This is the one my mum liked best too. Wow. Look at this. You excited? Huh?
Is it going to be enough?
You've forgotten.
It's the different buttons, isn't it?
The crisp on top, it's got like little onion bits. Wow, we need to do that. It's got onion and panko breadcrumbs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think we overheard that they are opening one in Hale, and we are so happy because we live much closer to Hale than Truro. How are your nachos?
A bit spicy.
This is so unbelievably good. Yum. We have just arrived in Falmouth. We're going to meet our friends shortly, but before that we're just going to walk in until they're in town and maybe look at some shops. It is so cold though, but we managed to get the fabric, the lining, the interfacing, so we're going to have really lovely, big, cushiony, thick, beautiful curtains, and I'm so happy with the fabric choice, and I'm really excited because we've lived without curtains the whole time we've lived in the house. So it'd be lovely at Christmas time to actually have fluffy, cozy curtains. I thought I'd show you my outfit. So I've got all kitted out on organic basics, recycled wool stuff. So the hat, the gloves, the scarf, and the jumper. Which I only realised after I left the house. This coat is secondhand from Topshop. I think I got it on Depop, I think. And then the dress is linen fox, tights are organic basics, and then shoes are vegan Doc Martens. And then the bag I've had since like 2017, 16, and it's from, the label's rubbed off. Where's it from?
JW Pay.
JW Pay, and they sent it to me. It's one of the, I think it's the first PR I ever received back in the day, and it's the only handbag I've owned since then. So all of you have probably seen this handbag hundreds of times, but it still looks practically new. Like, I'm so impressed with it. Do you not think it looks like it's new? Apart from the label, it's just held up so well, so I don't ever see why I would like need another one. Maybe I need a bigger handbag, like a one I could have a laptop in, but say hello.